In this example, we're going to do a ship's heading of 0, 0, 0 degrees true. So you're going to go from the middle here and go up to 0, 0 degrees. Then you're going to take your speed scale, and since we're going to, for this example, we're going to go 12 knots is our ship's speed. So we're going to do 12 knots. We're going to measure it out, draw the line. There we go. And then you're going to do your wind vector for your apparent wind, and this is going to be 45 degrees true at 22 knots. So you're going to measure out 45 degrees from the center, draw that line, measure out 22 knots for your wind speed. There we go. Draw that line. Now we're going to move this apparent wind vector to the top of our ship's heading. And you're going to take it, you're going to move it up like this, draw that line down. You're going to measure 22 knots again. And the speed scale, there's 22. Draw this. Alright, and now you're going to connect from the middle to the edge here of this vector that you just drew from the tip. Draw that, and now since wind is from and current is to, your wind is going to be coming this direction, so it's coming from this side. So you're going to measure it out, and we're sitting at, let's see here, 77 degrees true. And then you're going to measure out this vector here, because this is your true wind vector, and that's what we're solving for. True wind vector, and you're going to go here, and we're sitting at 16 knots. So the answer is 77 degrees true at 16 knots. So for this problem, we're going to do the wind coming off your bow. And for this example, we'll do, our course is going to be 65 degrees true for our ship's heading. So you're going to take it from the middle, draw it up to 65, and we're going to be cruising at a cool 24 knots. So you're going to measure it up to 24. Mark it, and then you can erase the rest of this right here. Don't really need that. And then our wind's coming off our bow, so it's going to be the same heading, and it's going to be at 12 knots, so you don't even have to draw another line. You can just take this right here, mark it off at 12, like that. And so we know that our wind is coming right off our bow, so our course is going to be 65 degrees true. And the speed of this wind is going to be the speed of the apparent wind minus the speed of your ship. So if we're going 24 knots and the wind is blowing at 12 knots, so it's going to be 12 minus 24, which is going to give us 12 knots. So the wind right now blowing off our ship is 65 degrees true at 12 knots. So for this example, we're going to have the wind coming directly on our stern. So we're going to do a heading of 65 degrees true for our ship. So you're going to draw that. And for that one, we're going to be going 18 knots. So you're going to measure out 18 knots on the speed scale. Take that. From the middle out, there's 18 knots. Erase the rest of this because you don't need it. Then from there, you're going to take the wind speed, which is on our stern, of 10 knots. And it's going to be coming from the opposite direction. So you're going to measure out 10 knots. Plot that here. And then since it's coming off your stern, you're going to add the 2. So you're going to do 18 plus 10, which is going to give you 28 knots of wind. And then since wind is from and current is to, we're going to take this line, line it up on our course here. You're going to do the exact opposite of 65 degrees, which is 245 degrees. So your answer is 245 degrees true at 28 knots.